Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, put some hearts in the comments. I don't want to start talking if y'all can't hear me. Can you hear me? Y'all can hear me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Summer's Room. We finna possibly getting into a little recappy cap. You know what I'm saying? A lot's been going on, and I've been MI flipping A. Miss Lawanda, shout out to you. She said, "Girl, when you want live, give me a little recap. We're gonna talk about something, maybe not a lot of things. We'll see what happens. Depends on how it goes. But what's up, y'all? It's your girl Summer, the host, your host with the mostest, coming to you live from Summer's Room. If you're tuning in from Facebook, y'all know how we do. We go live on YouTube. I dropped the link, I pinned it. So whenever you get ready, go ahead and bring yourself on over to YouTube. Shout out to everybody who supports my pages. I truly appreciate y'all. We hit 29K on Facebook today, and we already running it up to 30K. And we hit 4K plus on YouTube today, baby. We on our way to 5K. When I say we growing, baby. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all so, so much. I appreciate y'all. I couldn't do it without y'all. So thank you. Also, don't be afraid to drop a at follow, at highlight, share me out, tag a friend, bring them in, let them know we live and we finna get into a little bit of action. Let me see who up in here so I can say hello. Hey, Miss Lawanda, thank you so much for being a member of the YouTube channel. I appreciate you, boo. You also a member on Facebook, so I appreciate you 2 times. Period. Hey, Miss Mary, how you doing, love? You up? Why you up? Why you should be sleep, maxing and relaxing underneath that AC. I shouldn't be up, but you up. Child, hey love, haven't seen you in a while. What feels like forever? How are you and the family? We are doing well. Nikki, how are you? I was doing live maybe, what was that, 2 3 days ago? I've been around for sure. Hey Susanna Fowler, thank you so much for being a member of the YouTube channel. I appreciate you for supporting me the way that you do. Hey Sonia, how you doing? What's up, Kelsey Boo? How you feeling? Hey, Candy Goddess. So I'm always up. I'm like, what's that hotel, Motel 8, where they keep the light on for you? I'm always up, child. It's very rare that I'm sleep at night. I'm on my night owl stuff. You welcome. Uh, hey, Robin. How you doing, boo? What's up, Billy? Thank you so much for the hearts. Is that a Band-Aid? Are you putting a Band-Aid on your heart? Is your heart broken? What happened? I'm half asleep, but I'll be nosy in my sleep. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I do it all the time. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate that. Hey Diane. What's up, Tracy? How you doing? I must be missing it somehow. Maybe so. Turn your notifications on, turn it back on, see if that helps. Hey Teresa. How you doing, love? Did any of y'all get my text alert? I did send out a text alert. I did it real quiet though. I knocked real softly and I was like, and then I asked ever so nicely if I was allowed to come in, and I dropped the link for YouTube. Hey Teresa, how you doing, love? Me too. I'm up all night as well, child. It's horrible sometimes. Hey Mel, what's up, love? Thank you so much for being a member of the YouTube channel. I appreciate the way that you support me. Hey, let's talk about it. How you feeling, love? Oh man, I got the text and YouTube notification. Period. Well, I don't know what's up with Nikki notifications because she said she got both of them things. Hey Kimmy, what's popping? How y'all doing? We definitely have some stuff that we're gonna talk about. Miss Netta and them is heavy in the streets this weekend, this past week. I feel like it hasn't stopped since the BET award debacle. We have not so much on Cat because I missed the live. Um Gabe a little bit with Ozempic. And most of it really is going to be Miss Nutter and Charles a little bit on it. Y'all keep Texas and y'all prayers and everyone else because it's not just Texas, but I know they Hurricane Burrow just blew through there and was doing this thing. Um, so y'all keep Houston, Texas. I think it's bigger than just Houston. Y'all keep them people in y'all prayers. And we gonna get into a few things. Let me get into this real quick before we get into the tea. I am currently collecting. I know it's probably a real bad time to be asking because with all the hurricane stuff that just went on, I know that there are people that probably is in need of things. that may be even more urgent than what I'm going to ask for. But before the hurricane had hit in Texas, I had put up a post. I'm currently collecting funds. I think I still need um $175 to go or something like that. I'm trying to get an air conditioner for someone who I know personally. Um, they are a major supporter. They have children, and their AC is not working properly. And y'all know we are reaching temperatures of 100 plus and upwards. So I would love to replace the unit for them, so that she could keep herself and her babies cool and um out of the heat. No one is obligated to give. If you can, I appreciate you. If you can't, can you at least please share that reel? It's a little limited reel. My Cash App is pinned in it, and it's going to be on the screen in a minute when I take this backdrop down. So if you're able to give, I appreciate you. Yes, prayers for Texas. Absolutely. All right, so y'all ready? I'm finna let Facebook go. Hey Destiny. I'm doing well, in yourself? I'm doing well, in yourself. How many of y'all are following the Miss Netta and Charles situation with now I'm yawning. I don't yawn the whole time when I'm minding my business. Now I'm yawning. Now I'm yawning. Shake it off. Shake it off. Look at all these stars. What stars? Where you see stars at? Hey Celine. I need prayers for me and my family because I lost my grandfather on July 4th. Sorry for your loss, Destiny. Hey Dice, send some praying hands in the comments for Destiny Bates, you guys. What's up, Dice? Now, y'all know we finna play my little jingle real quick, because I'm finna cut Facebook off. I'm finna cut Facebook off. We're gonna throw that jingle on. Go get y'all little sippy, go get y'all little drinks and y'all little snacks, so we will get into some conversation, okay? And if y'all are ever looking for yes, Mel, go summer. What am I missing? What stars? What y'all talking about? Am I missing something? It's been really hot. I'm thankful I finally got a little one working and getting another air conditioner soon. All the oh, the membership stars. I'm like, am I missing something? We finna get into this real quick, y'all. If you on Facebook, make your way on over to YouTube, because I'm finna cut off the Facebook stream. There's the link for the YouTube. And I hope that you guys will join us over here on YouTube. We finna get into this tea. You heard me? You heard me?
Dice. The tea is coming soon. We got the tea at home or on the move. On the move. But you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Summer's room. The tea is coming soon. We got the tea at home or on the move. On the move. But you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Summer's room.
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And we back like we never left. The tea is coming soon, whether you're at home or on the move. But you gotta stay tuned to Summer's Room. Hey y'all, I hope y'all jamming and jiving to that thing. If y'all like that jingle, y'all know where y'all can go get it from. Go hit up my girl Dice. You can inbox their couples page, Dice and Cat. She just was in the comments actually. Go hit them up, let them know Summer's Room sent you. Tell them that you try and get a little jingle like Summer's Room or whatever. You heard me? And let's go here and get into it. Hey Cinderella, dressed in yellow. How you doing, boo? How you doing? Let me see. Summers, I like to donate. I will message you early tomorrow. It's so late. I gotta get some sleep. 3:30 a.m. comes early, really fast. Good night, Miss Mary, and thank you. Get back to work. Get the replay, Mel. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, I'm late again. No, you right on time, Mel. You just got here for the good stuff. You just got here for the good stuff. Thank you, Billy. Yes, I don't know why, but every time I see that name, I got to say Cinderella dressed in yellow. Period. You see, here she go right here on YouTube. Y'all hit them up and say, well, you can't hit them up on YouTube, but y'all seen the page I told y'all to hit up and let them know Summer Central, okay? Now, it's been a lot on freaking these social media apps in general. It's just been a lot. Specifically with Miss Netta and Charles, ever since they whole BET award situation, I feel like it's just been one thing after another after another. It's like they just taking hit after hit after hit, okay? But Miss Nutter says she ain't going down without a fight. And honestly, it sounds like she's still moving her way to the top because it don't look like she fumbled at all just yet, okay? So some of y'all may already be aware, but if you don't, recently Miss Netta was supposed to, well, what she thought she was supposed to be able to go walk the red carpet at the BET Awards, and that turned into a whole shit show pretty much. It never happened. Her publicist stood her up, went MIA. Her manager was trying to make it happen, and to no avail, it didn't happen. And then she had this lady come out. Well, this lady been out. She been on Miss Netta Hill since Miss Netta and them came out because her name is Hillary, and allegedly she accuses Miss Netta and them of stealing her storyline between her and her husband. That Miss Netta and them came in here and, excuse me, stole their storyline. So she been on her heels making all types of accusations about Miss Netta getting picked up and put in handcuffs and being held and all kinds of weird stuff. Okay. So she gets back home. And the hairstylist, I had put up a clip of this. Her hairstylist, I think her name was Asia, ended up on 2K's live doing an interview. Okay. The donations are going towards an air conditioner for a mother with small children to help her beat the heat, Celine. That's what I'm collecting donations for, love. Sorry, I wasn't looking at my comments. What was I saying? Oh, so um Miss Nutter and Charles and Asia ended up on a panel with 2K telling him like she had posted some screenshots of a conversation between herself and Carlos, which is Mrs. Nutta's manager. And in the dialogue, Carlos alleges that Mrs. Netta is broke and don't have no money and he is trying to get, her hair and all that stuff for free. But Miss Netta is not a part of this conversation. So she ended up catching wind of a live that Miss Netta did where Miss Netta talking about she got money. And so she felt some type of way like, if you got money, why didn't y'all pay me? So she ended up on an interview saying that Miss Netta didn't give her no promo, no nothing, which was crazy after she did her hair multiple times. Da 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 da. So come to find out, Miss Netta reached out to her after she heard about it and was like, "How come you didn't talk to me about it? Like, I'm confused about what's going on. I thought we had a really good thing going. Whatever you and Carlos talked about, I had no idea. Carlos set it up. I had no idea that he told you what he told you, and that it was for free. The people who I was supposed to pay, that I was made aware of, I paid." And she was like, "You streamed live on your phone. I was streamed live on my phone. Why are you trying to make it seem like I was like trying to hide the fact that you provided services for me?" And come to find out, when Miss Nutter spoke about it, she said what happened was the girl went live because I thought I read somewhere or heard the girl say that Miss Nutter told her like nobody couldn't go live, nobody couldn't do nothing but her. But come to find out that wasn't the case. Miss Nutter said the lady actually went live, and I actually went to her page where you could see it's video footage that at some point was from a live from her phone. So she streamed live, and then at some point during her live her phone died, and Miss Netta was like, she had let her use her charger for a little bit to try to charge her phone. But Miss Netta was like, I needed my charger because I needed to make sure I could stream because that's how I make, a bulk of my money. So it wasn't that I was trying to be nasty or, prevent her from, but I needed my charger so I could do my thing. And if y'all know, Charles doesn't have an iPhone. He has an Android. He just crossed over into the iPhone world, I think yesterday or the day before or something like that. But at the time, so it was no sharing of the phones. Hey, Niecy Marie, where you been at, girl? How you been? I hope all is well. How is the family? You welcome, Celine. This heat without AC sucks. My electricity is messed up and won't run an AC. Fans and cold clothes are keeping me and my 4-year-old going. I feel that mama's pain. Oh no, I hope that is fixed for you, cuz baby, the temperatures have been soaring, okay? Today I think it was 108 degrees here. I wouldn't know because I did not step foot outside unless it was me taking the dogs out, and even the dogs couldn't stay out that long cuz it was just too hot. It was just too hot. So anyway, Miss Nutter and her, she ended up talking to her, and she ended up sharing the girl's post to her page, and things like that. And then it was another lady that came out. Her name is I'm Miss Brown Wigs. She sells wigs. Some of y'all may know who she is. She's very similar to actually Wigiana. She does hair shows, she sells her wigs, but she also makes her own like hair growth oil. She sells lip balms and vapes, and she do it all. She does it all. She does it all. I'm moving this week into my new place. Congratulations. Hey Desiree Boo, how you feeling? So when I seen Mrs. Brown's live, I seen a snippet of her live, and then I seen the screenshots, right? And she had put some screenshots up. Yeah, he is not happy with. No, he is not. He is not. You know what's though? Let me pause though. You know what's? I could understand his pain though. Um, Cats, because before I became a team iPhone, I was Android all day long. I refused. I had refused to get a iPhone. I was team Android. The only reason why I ended up with an iPhone and I was pissed was because I had just got the latest Android. And when I purchased it, I was with Sprint at the time. And I was like, I need a really good phone case because the kind of phone I had, it was glass all the way around. And I was like, I was also driving trucks at the time. I was driving 18 wheelers. And I was like, so I need something that is going to protect my phone and also where I can keep an additional battery life because I'm traveling. And if I don't have access to a port, I want to make sure I can have some type of juice if I'm stranded somewhere. I don't want to be out here, riding across the northeast part of the country and could possibly be without a phone. And the Sprint store sold me a case telling me this was my best option. And then I think less than a week, I end up dropping my phone and the case came apart and my whole back of my phone cracked up. And Sprint would not cover it. They would not cover it. I said, I don't understand how y'all won't be responsible when I got the recommendation directly from y'all. I was pissed. So after going back and forth with them, all day long, which my time was short because I had to get back to work. So I didn't have a bunch of time to play around with Sprint at the time. So I'm in the store, I'm talking to managers, all kinds of stuff, trying to get them to be responsible and not make me pay. And they wouldn't. So my next option was to upgrade. And so I upgraded and I left the company. Because that to me, I was like, I was with Sprint at the time for like 10 plus years. And I was like, I stand on principle. And I was like, if I would have picked this case out myself, it would be one thing. I said, but I got this recommendation straight from y'all. And y'all not gonna take no responsibility for what happened to this phone. I just got it. Ain't no way I'm about to come out my pocket for this phone. So I went and got an iPhone and I left Sprint. It was no other phone for me to upgrade to in the Android family because I had the latest already. And I wasn't getting the same phone, so I crossed over to iPhone. And that's my story. Um, you can get cooking blankets for them too. They get them all over TT and they work. What's cooking blankets? What's that? What's a cooking blanket? Oh, cooling blanket? Are you talking about a cooling blanket? Yeah, I can't do it an iPhone either. You anti iPhone too, Miss Mary. He looked like he was having a tantrum. Child, he was so sad talking about he got an upgrade, he got a new phone. Oh my God. Yes, I did drop my. Don't do too much, Niecy Marie. Don't do too much. Was that this phone that I dropped in the grease? I think it was. It's going strong. Maybe that's why I be acting up now. Hey, Shannon. How you doing, boo? Is Shannon? I always know. I feel like I always chop your name up. I'm Andrew all the way. Driving 18 wheelers. Look at you. That's some good money. Yeah, I used to drive 18 wheelers for a few years. Then I got pregnant with my daughter and I haven't been back. I have Cricket. It's a good company. I have T-Mobile and I hate them. Cooling blankets. I'm Android. You see me Android too? Yes, I was. Shut up, Niecy Marie. Oh my God, I forgot I dropped it in the daggone grease. Talking to y'all. That's what happened. Talking to y'all. Drop my phone in the daggone grease. Sean. Oh, Sean was correct. Okay. Always second guess myself because you know one thing I can do is chop up a name. Hey girl, how you been? So back to Miss Netta and them, right? So Miss Brown claimed that she had been in the same situation as the girl Aisha. She said when she saw that girl go live and talk about how Miss Netta and them did her wrong, she felt impelled to tell her story. Now, mind you, her story happened a year ago, December of 2023. Okay? Her Hers happened 6 months ago, December of 2023, right? She met Charles and Miss Netta at a bouncy house even January of 2023 and ended up linking up with her for her to do her wig and her makeup. And it was for her Charles Your Lunch is Ready song video shoot that she was making, okay? Ciao. So as far as Miss Netta, I don't believe that she was lying or scamming folks. You don't believe Miss Netta was lying or scamming folks? Yeah. So hold on before I get distracted. Let me finish this, and then I'm gonna get into the whole Aisha part because the first lady that went on Talks with 2K, I remember having a conversation with another blogger. I'm not gonna say the name, but I was having a conversation with another blogger, and we was looking through the videos and looking through like their pages and stuff like that. And I'm like, listen, I'm like, something seemed off. I'm like, they vibe was really good. And she said she did Miss Nutter here multiple times. I'm like, they was on a live, they was vibing, like having a good time. They had really good chemistry. And I'm like, so why would Miss Netta do her dirty? Like, it just doesn't make any sense that Miss Netta would do her dirty. And I was like, well, she got pictures and stuff on her page with Miss Netta, tagged her in it and stuff like that. You know, to show that she did it. Like people knew. I said I didn't know she did her hair and stuff until this time. So I'm like, it is odd. But I'm like, Miss Netta shouts out everybody. When she be getting her makeup and stuff done, she normally like will have them get on the camera and introduce themselves and give out their handles. So I'm like, but I didn't see that for the girl who did her hair in LA. And I was like, something seems off. I said it had to be. I'm giving Miss Nutter the benefit of the doubt because that's just who I am as a person. I just can't. I think I can't help it. And I'm like, something had to have happened. And so when Miss Nutter told the story about her, the girl actually went live herself and how her phone died and the thing with the phone. I was like, see, it wasn't that she was trying to hide who she was. It just was a situation and it ended up being what it was. And I probably, when she did, I didn't notice her in the room when she took the phone and stuff around to everybody to shout themselves out. I said, so maybe she had left already. Maybe she was somewhere else when they were on stream and, missed her opportunity and it just never came back up. And Miss Netta was like, she never mentioned this to me that it was an issue or a problem or something like that. So I didn't know. And she was like, I don't understand why she didn't just communicate it with me. She was like, I thought we had something going. Now, I don't understand why the lady went to 2K unless she thought that was going to bring her some numbers, right? Because the lady don't have any big numbers. She said she just got back into the game, like trying to build her following and stuff up and like that. But her doing what she did, that was the wrong direction. Now, I don't know what Miss Netta is going to do, but the fact that she went and sat on a platform that has a nice amount of following, I probably wouldn't hire her again, unfortunately. She would have had cut her ties with me. And you don't know how far Miss Netta going to go. You could have been her go to like person. You could have been the it person. Like potentially the it person. Like Miss Netta sounds like somebody who is going to push and strive and she wants to go places. So anyway, so then the Miss Brown chick come out. And when I seen her screenshots, let me see if I can show y'all the screenshots. Hold on. Cause I want to read them to y'all if y'all didn't see them. So y'all can kind of understand why. As soon as I saw her post, I was like, where are the corresponding messages at from Miss Netta? It's just all you. Like, where's the messages at from Miss Netta? Hold on, because I think this is it right here. Let me see. I think this is it right here. Oop. All right, let me add that. Let me see if I can get them on the screen for y'all. Her manager Carlos was full. He did them dirty. Miss Netta told 2K to give the hairdresser her money. She was supposed to get paid from 2K for the interview. Miss Netta told 2K to give the hairdresser her money. Oh, you talking about when she was saying out your cut when they was joking? Okay. Y'all probably can't see this, but this is the messages that the lady posted that were between her. She gave to 2K and them between herself and Miss Netta. But in this dialogue, it's nothing but her messaging Miss Netta. It's never, you don't see Miss Netta corresponding. It's just her. And in the messages, it says this had to been after Miss Netta had clipped ties with her. It said, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Hold on. You should be ashamed of yourself. Done had me book all these people for you. You also, dang, I don't know if I can read this. It's too small. Let me see. Oh, it's too small. With my other phone. You should be ashamed of yourself. Done had me book all these people for you. You also reached out to me on my phone. You said you like my work. My page is wigs. You asked me to do your makeup in here, and I said yes. Never told you I was a makeup artist. I knew you was the this way. That's why on December 16th I told you to find someone else. But no, you insisted that I do. You just want to be something you're not, and you don't have the money. You also asked me to send you a free wig. The lady in Bashmere told you to come get some free, and you also down for that. If you ain't got the money, Netta, just say that. Then she sent a screenshot of somebody sent her the comment that was screenshot of Miss Nutter asking for her to send her a wig. And then she also said, also the deposit you paid me went towards your makeup artist. I also bought you wine glasses and wine. You wasted so much of my time and money on makeup, $122. Have a good day, Netta. Okay. So when I first seen those messages that she put on her page after she announced she was going to be doing an interview with 2K, I was like, but where are the corresponding messages from Miss Netta? Why is it just you? Why is it just you? No, she told him to do it and she wasn't bothering with the lady no more. I missed that. I don't know. Are you talking about Aisha, Miss Pruitt? You talking about the first lady or the second lady? Who are you talking about when you say that? Because I did hear when they were joking and 2K was like, "I'm gonna take it out your cut," but I don't know what you're referring to when you say that if that's not what you're talking about. But uh, so I was like, where are the corresponding messages though from Miss Netta? Like, why is it just all you? So she went on to say she ended up, I thought she did an interview with 2K, but come to find out it wasn't an interview. She actually had contacted 2K in his inbox. I'm talking about Mrs. Brown. She had contact Miss Netta. I mean, she had contact 2K in his inbox, and she said when she sent him the message, it sent the automatic message back telling you to call this number. So she said she called the number thinking that she was having a private conversation, but whole time she was being recorded. And she said she was trying to figure out why he was so extra with it because he was doing his sounds. Y'all know how when he be on live, he'd be like, oh shit, or be laughing and cracking jokes. But what she didn't know is that while she thought she was having a private conversation with 2K, allegedly he was on live on YouTube. He was on live on she was on live on he was playing a conversation live on YouTube and she was not privy to that. She thought she was having a private conversation and setting up an opportunity to do an interview with him. So the interview ended up never happening though, because what happened from what I could tell, and this is pure speculation, I don't know if it's true or not, it looks like he landed the interview with Miss Netta and Charles and he canceled on her so that he could interview Miss Nutta and Charles because they were a bigger fish. Okay. So he ended up telling Miss Nutta and them that the lady Miss Brown alleged that Miss Nutta owed her money. But if you go back and you listen to the audio, she never said that Miss Netta owed her money. She said that she played with her time. Like she played with her time. And in the scenario, I can understand why she felt the way she felt. But in the same token, y'all remember when I just read that screenshot where she said December 16th, I messaged you and told you to just find somebody else to do it? She failed to tell us that Miss Nutter had reached out to her on December 15th saying, hey, like, are we still good? Is it still happening? And if you look in the screenshot, let me see if I have it in my phone. Hold on. Let me see if I have it in my phone. See if I deleted it or not. Because when she put it up, I definitely took screenshots. Um, Dang, what are screenshots? Did I delete them? Did I delete them? Dang, I think did I delete it? Cause I don't see it. I might have deleted it. I don't see it. But in the screenshots from her phone, when she showed her phone, she was going off and she was like, "You see, December 16th, da 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 da." And then I was like, "No, that message is from Miss Netta on December 15th, where she reached out to her to ask her." Miss Netta reached out to Miss Brown to ask her, "Are we still on?" Um, and the lady apologizes and say, "Yes, we're still on. I just need to get a couple of more some more information from you for, I guess, the camera person." And she was like, "My bad, my phone been dead." So to me, that indicated Miss Netta had been trying to communicate with you, and you were failing to communicate. And so Miss Netta trying to figure out what's going on. Like, do I need to find somebody else to do it, or are we still on? And you, to me, that was you admitting that you were dropping the ball when you said, "My bad, my phone been dead." And then it was another message where hold on. It was another message where Miss Netta reached out to her and she said, "Hey, how are you? This is Miss Netta. I was just touching bases with you to see is everything going as planned." So to me, if somebody has to reach out to you and check in on you, to me that reads like you're not communicating properly, you're not keeping me abreast of everything, you're not reassuring me like everything is running smoothly. So that I was like, so it don't sound like it was just Miss Netta dropping the ball, because she made it seem like Miss Netta was fleeing her or like not communicating with her. But these messages indicated that you were not communicating with Miss Netta. It was indicating you were not communicating properly with Miss Netta. Now, Miss Netta did cancel on her from what it looks like the like a couple of hours before she was supposed to show up to go do Miss Netta's hair. Now, to me, that was foul. She was like, "I tried to let her down easy and this, that, and the third." But if you were having doubts and what that lady was doing, um, when you reached out to her, the the second time, because she hadn't been communicated with, you should have cut it off then. You shouldn't have pushed the issue to continue on with the booking. So Miss Netta needs to take responsibility for that. But it definitely doesn't read like Miss Netta was just fleeing her and like giving her the runaround. It sounds like she was not communicating properly. Let me see. Oh wow, doesn't he have to tell people if he is recording them? Right. I mean, depending on what state you in, I guess some states you don't have to notify audio. Video you do. But I just think, as far as like for being transparent, you should not just be sticking people on your streams or pre-recording their voices without letting them know, because I think that's disrespectful and is an invasion of my privacy, especially if you want to play it on a YouTube live that I didn't agree for you to play it on. To me, that's foul. But that's not the first time that he's done something to me that's, he's done on his live or talked about, or how he moved that made that I was like, "Oh, that's foul." You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have did that like that. But he grown. He gonna operate his panel, his page how he see fit. So, but yeah, I thought that was foul. Let me see. Leah said the hairdresser and makeup artist should have been paid twice because Joe wouldn't shut up in a chair. Oh no, yeah, we ain't reading that. We don't do that over here. I don't bash over here. I don't. So for those who are new to the channel, who are tuning in, we talk about the things that happen on Facebook. We give our perspectives and our opinions. We speculate. I also open up my floor to anyone who I cover. If they want to come up and clarify anything and give insight, they are more than welcome to do so. But we do not bash, we do not trash, we do not demean. We are not mean girls on my panel. So we don't do that. I mean, you are more than welcome to express yourselves in the comments. If it's something that I think is too far left, I won't read it out loud. And if you do too much, my block finger is poop 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 is we good for that, because I ain't for bashing. To me, bashing the people that I cover. Now you may come over here and catch me get a little bit spicy. If somebody come for me, you might see me come for them. But even then, when I do my little clapbacks or whatever I do, it's normally in fun and jest. It's not normally like Mean Girl, because I really don't give Mean Girl, because why even go there if I can't put my hands on you? But anyway, that's another story for another. But anyway, hey Suzanne. So what was I saying? I got distracted. So the Miss Brown story sound like I definitely understood her frustrations, but what she was trying, the picture she was trying to paint when it came to Miss Netta, and then come to find out, Miss Netta said, I didn't know that she didn't know how to do hair and makeup. And she's like, why am I going to pay someone? She said, I didn't find out she couldn't do hair and makeup until the last minute. And so then I moved on. And if that is the case, then I can understand why she moved on and why it was last minute. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't transparent with me about that, then I'm not finna have you play in my face. I'm not finna have you play in my I repeat, he said it. Who said it? What? Um dang, I got distracted again. What was I saying? Oh, she claims that she told Miss Nutter from the jump that she didn't do hair and makeup. But Miss Nutter claims she didn't tell us till last minute. Now, nobody provided receipts to back either of it up. But what we do know is you ended up being fired, and Miss Nutter ended up finding her own crew. So y'all do with that information what y'all will. Like, what do you take from that? Do you think that she failed to communicate that with her? Now, something that I took into consideration when I decided to say she failed to communicate it was because in her screenshot that she posted when she's talking to Miss Netta, she says to Miss Netta, I do wigs. I never told you that I do makeup and hair. Like I never told you I do it. She doesn't say that I told you I didn't do it. She said you never asked or I never told you or something like that. Kind of like Miss Nutter just assumed she could. And Miss Nutter probably did assume that you could if she tuned into you and she saw your makeup looked good and you selling wigs. She probably just naturally assumed that you could do hair. Now, at that point, when she reached out to you for your assistance, to do those things would have been a time for you to say, hey, I sell this stuff. I do my own makeup, but I don't do it for other people. I'm not a professional. At that point, it would have been your time to say that and say, hey, that's not what we're going to do because that's not what I do. And, you trying to do this and you trying to do that. At that time, it would have been for you to put that out there. But she claims she did. Miss Nutter claims she didn't tell us she didn't know till last minute. So we really don't know what was what because, like I said, it was no screenshot provided to back that up. However, that lady was pissed at 2K, which I would have been pissed too because absolutely 2K told Miss Nutter that she said 2K told Miss Nutter that Miss Brown claims that Nutter owe her money, but that's not what Miss Brown claimed at all. So yeah, that was that. Then after the whole hairdresser debacle, Miss Nutter announced that she fired her whole management team. Okay, she fired the man Roy. She done fired Carlos or whoever else came with the team. Now Roy definitely should have been fired. From what we understand, Roy was hired by Carlos, and Roy is the one that set up the whole BET award thing. Yes, communication was definitely a problem in all of these scenarios. Roy is the one that set up the BET Award situation, had them saying they was thinking they was going to do the red carpet and things like that, and then he went MIA pretty much. Now, she went live today to clear up because she said to K, the one who said Carlos is fired, I didn't that's not what happened with Carlos. She said it's no bad blood for her between her and Carlos, at least not for her. There's another thing for Carlos because Carlos went live today, okay? She said she decided to fire the whole team and she let Carlos go because she felt like he just didn't have the time that he had in the beginning to apply to what they are trying to do. She said Carlos has done a lot of good for them, put them in places that they never thought that they would be, had them sitting with people they never thought that they would meet. He did his thing. She said it was only up until this BET award thing where he dropped the ball. And she was like, that wasn't even on him. That was on the publicist that set it up. And, Carlos was following the publicist's lead, and the publicist played in a face. Now, I did go find Roy's page. I found his LinkedIn and I found articles about him. And it is the same guy that owns the restaurant Pinky's in Arlington, Texas. Now, this guy actually has a background for being a publicist. Like for 20 years, he has pictures with celebrities and all kinds of stuff. So this man is not a fake. Like he's not a fake. He's not somebody that doesn't have a background or anything like that. He actually has a background in doing what he's doing. He just wasn't like some social media personality that they pulled off the street. Like his credentials is probably why Carlos hired him. But for whatever reason, Roy dropped the ball. From what I'm understanding. Now, I heard a clip today also. I inserted it into my video though. Roy is claiming not to be aware of any of this. So that's mind-boggling. But Miss Netta also said when she tried to reach out to Roy, she can't get in touch with him. She just couldn't get him on the phone. She said when they were out in LA, Carlos did everything he could to try to make it happen with the BET Awards, use his connections to try to get them to be able to walk the red carpet. To no avail, it did not happen. To no avail, did not happen. If y'all tuning into the show and you are finding that you can't communicate in the comment section, is because you have not yet subscribed. So hit the subscribe bell. It is free. And then wait a few moments and you should be able to engage in the comments. Also, if it's kicking you out, it's because you have not hit that subscribe bell. So make sure you hit the subscribe bell. It's free. It don't cost you a thing. So um when she got back home though, Miss Nutter said after everything that they went through, because although it wasn't Carlos' fault, she was just like, we haven't had any bookings. Y'all notice we've been home. She was like, Carlos has a baby on the way. He started his own podcast. He got a couple of things going on, with himself. And I just don't feel like he has the time to apply to us. No hard feelings. I still wouldn't mind working with him and things like that. And then she mentioned y'all remember the reality TV show, Hey Tracy, that she said they were supposed to get. She was like, I don't have anything to do with that. That was all Carlos is doing. She had let us know the reason why she hired Carlos was because Carlos contacted her and said, hey, I want to work with y'all. And if y'all let me work with y'all, pretty much like I'll foot the bill for the TV reality show or whatever. And they shot the reality show. And Carlos was supposed to release it. I don't know if he's looking for a network that would air it or what the case is. She was like, I don't know what's happening with that. She was like, Carlos still has it. She's going to try to get it from Carlos. She was like, because it shouldn't be put out without their permission because it's about their life. So she also announced that there will be a show in the making in the future, and it's going to be titled Mrs. Nutter and Charles Looking for a New Management Team. So be on the lookout for that. Please hit the thumbs up as always, guys. Thank you so much, Susanna. So she fired her whole team. She let it be known that Carlos went above and beyond for her and did all kinds of things for her. She didn't say anything bad about Carlos. But Carlos ended up popping in the comment section and Miss Netta was trying to get him to join the stream. He wouldn't join the stream. He said he gonna do his own live. And he seemed agitated in the thing saying like why y'all still talking trash, spreading lies. But Miss Nutter hadn't said anything bad about Carlos, so I was a little bit confused about what he was upset about. Now, Carlos went live, right? But I couldn't understand what was the purpose of his live. He was talking in circles and he was it was like he was self promoting himself, talking about he's worked with celebrities and he doesn't work with some social media influencers. He like made it seem small, like they ain't nothing. He like, I don't go live all day chit chatting or whatever to make $18 a month. I said, oh, he must not be aware of how these content creators be eating it up out here in these streets. I said he must not be aware because they ain't making no $18 a month. You got content creators out here dropping six figures, on these social media apps. So he must not be hip to it. And let me tell you, he was cursing these people out in his live. People was in there telling him like, get to the point. Like, what is you talking about? We ain't tuning in for that. He told them to sit they A double scribbles down and shut the FK up. I was like, oh my God. And he was like, he trying to be professional. I say ain't nothing about that was professional. He was going off. And he was throwing shade at Miss Nutter the whole time, like downplaying what they had going on the whole time. You the one that reached out to Miss Nutter and them know and was trying to get on their team to make a coin. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't understand what his fight was about with Miss Nutter, because if y'all didn't watch it, I do have the clip on my page. You can go listen to it. She didn't say anything bad about Carlos. She gave him his props. She gave him his flowers, and she was like, ain't nothing bad. We didn't fire him. We just decided to go our own separate ways when it comes to Carlos, because we feel like he got a lot going on in his life, and he's not going to be able to apply, give us as much time as he used to. He got a baby on the way. He got other stuff in the works, and that's going to take away from the time that he's able to give us. He only worked with A-list celebrities. Well, he worked with Miss Nutter and Charles. So he must have saw potential in them. And I'm like, he act like they reached out to him. He act like Miss Nutter and them looked for him. You saw them and what they had going on in the direction that they possibly were going. And you decided, hey, let me grab y'all. So why are you now trying to downplay them? I couldn't understand what he was upset about and what he was trying to get to on that live stream that he ended up taking down. He said Facebook put him in timeout, which they possibly could, because he was going off. He had a deep southern drawl, like Texas. He sounded like he from Texas, and his voice was deep, and he was going off. He said he is a college professor. Okay, he had to go to work, and he said he's worked with Monica. Matter of fact, Monica is his cousin. He done work with Kurt Franklin. He done work with Jada Pickett Smith. Shoot, Miss Nutter and them small fries to him, the way he was putting it. He said, what you talking about? I didn't see her say, yeah, I was confused about it too. I didn't see her say anything bad at all. It's everyone else cutting and throwing stuff together in reels to make it look like she fired someone. Right, but he was on her live, actively on her live though. And Carlos be in all of her lives. Because if you ever sit in and listen to Miss Netta, like as she's talking about certain things, he'll send her text messages kind of to feel if she forget like what something is or where something is, um he send her like cues through text messages. So he be almost to her lives, and he was on that live. So if he was listening to what she said, or at least waited to go catch the replay, which he should have did since he said he professional, he would have seen that Miss Netta didn't say anything negative, and that she cleared up, no, I did not fire him. She was like, 2K said the whole fire thing. I never said that I fired Carlos. I said that we let them go, meaning like as far as Carlos go, we just went our separate ways. We just gonna handle it ourselves for a minute. Um, and she was saying how we haven't been working, we hadn't had no bookings, but now we have bookings lined up, we got things coming up and things we're gonna be doing, and we got those on our own without the management team. And something else that Miss Netta said that I wholeheartedly agreed with, because if you got somebody that's a publicist, you got a manager, they supposed to be handling your PR. So when Roy dropped the ball with the BET Awards, and he claiming that was all on Roy, and Roy dropped the ball on it. Why didn't he issue some type of statement? Why didn't he have somebody draw up something to apologize and clean up that whole nasty work? Because them claiming they was going to go walk the red carpet was not no small thing. Like, that is a major event. Like, that could have made them or broke them. Like, it legit could have make them or break them in that type of industry and where they're trying to go. Because it doesn't sound like Miss Netta is just trying to stay on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok. It looked like Miss Netta trying to get out here into this world. She's trying to get out here and network. She's trying to get brand deals and put her seasons in stores, and be on TV, star in movies. Like, it sounds like she's trying to get somewhere and do some things, like some real things outside of social media. So I'm confused as to why, like, you got a management team. Why didn't they come on here and clean this up? She was like, I'm on here cleaning it up. Nobody on here defending me cleaning it up. Carlos should have came out and said, no, Miss Nutter was not lying. Even if not himself, a publicist issue it on behalf of her management team. Hey, no, she was advised this. We were told this. This was supposed to happen. Blase blah. No, this didn't. There's allegations out here. People are claiming this and claiming that. None of that happened. People, but that didn't happen. She got a team. She wasn't out here running this by herself. So she like, if I gotta be out here cleaning up my own mess and nobody defending me, then what do I need a management team for? If y'all not doing it, if I'm doing all the work, what do I need y'all for? And so I felt that, and I definitely agreed with her when it came to that, because soon as the BET Awards didn't happen, And Miss Netta and them waited until they got home to go live and everything. Her manager Carlos should have been working behind the scenes with whoever else is on her team to put together some type of letter or post that they would put up on her major outlet pages, apologizing and explaining and clearing up any of the rumors that were going around. And nobody did that for her. And so I can understand why she let everybody go, because if y'all not backing me up, what are y'all here for? What am I paying y'all a cut of what I'm making if y'all not even backing me up? So I felt her 100%, 100% on it. Um, I think he is from Alabama or Georgia. He from somewhere, because he definitely got that southern drawl. He did it because he did it because he saw the potential with her. She just needs to get some PR training, and she can do her own reality show on Patreon. Then you got no middleman. Well, she already got something in the works. I don't know what she's doing it on or who she doing it with or how. But Miss Netta says she been doing it. She's true to this. She's not new to this. And it's finna come out and she finna do her thing. Period. Like, so I definitely, she like, if I gotta do this all on my own, then I'm gonna just do it all on my own. So I felt her on that. I definitely did. And you know what's something I realized about myself? I realized that I tend to go with, I don't know if like the underdog is the right terminology to use here, but I realized when I come across these different content creators and it seemed like they got the world against them, I am prone to lean towards those individuals who have these thousands of people attacking them, because to me, I can't understand what did these individuals do to have this many people like hating them. And so I like to sit back and listen. And I got 1,000,001 questions. And I'm gonna need y'all to come bring some proof. And I'm gonna need y'all to come show me something to make it make sense for the stuff that y'all are claiming. And I realized at first, when I first came across Miss Netta and Charles, I'm like, oh, she got a nasty attitude. But the more I watch and pay attention, I realize it's not that she got a nasty attitude. It's like, how can she not talk the way that she talks and say the things that she says, clapping back when the people are spewing the hate that they do towards her? I'm like, it's not like Miss Netta come on here just cursing people out. She come on here, and if she read them comments, she go off at the people in the comments. And have you ever sat in her lives? Hey, Ebony Love. Miss Netta is a social butterfly. I would have had a breakdown. Got to give her credit. Right. Have y'all ever watched her lives and read the comments? I thought May's comments were bad. Mm-mm. The way that they talk about Miss Netta in them comments and how they are so disrespectful, even like in some of the things I read, like, you know, I'm going to respect people's titles. If you say your name is Miss Netta, I'm going to call you Miss Netta. If you go by Miss, I'm going to call you Miss. I'm not going to correct you and say you ain't no Miss, you a Mister. I'm not going to say your name ain't Miss Netta, it's Joe. I'm not going to do that. And I'm like, for people to try to demean somebody in that way, to me, it's just crazy. And then try to flip it like, oh, you just always coming at black women. And I'm like, well, have y'all read her comments? Because it's all black women in her comments that are coming at her, tearing her down, attacking her. And I'm trying to understand, where did it start from? I wish I could understand, where did all the hate start? Was it always hate? Was it always like that? Like, when did it start? Um for her, for this banter. Has anybody watched Miss Netta like from the beginning? Has anybody watched her from the beginning? Because I'm just coming across Miss Netta and her page like recently. Like, I've heard and the Charles Your Lunch is Ready is when I became hip to her. But apparently she's been doing social media, she said, for like 9 years. So just as long as freaking May. I felt so bad for her. I even did videos defending her. Ooh, look at her. Look at y'all. But I'm just like, I be trying to blog, and I be trying so hard not to be one sided when I post my clips. But I realize a lot of times, because I put something up and somebody says something. I think sometimes it'll come out as like, dang, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. But it'd be hard to sit back and not have like kind of like pick a side, or like y'all tripping, because y'all be tripping on this here social media app. No, I'm just seeing this recently, right? It was always like that. But why? Just because, like, even like the way they talk to Charles, like taking shots at him, trying to take him from her. It be giving jealousy and envy? Because otherwise, what would it be? I don't know. Like, is it because Miss Netta is in this position where she's gained this attention publicly, like she national attention, and she's getting at this bag, and are people just upset with that? I don't understand. I came across a clip today. Somebody sent it to me. And actually, one of the people, I don't really be seeing her in my comments no more like that. I don't know whether she really around no more, but she used to be a really big supporter of Summer's Room. She sent me a clip, and this person is actually in one of her older skits. I think the skit is from like 2019 or something like that. And she played in one of Miss Nutta's skits. And it actually was really funny. I was cracking up. She been doing skits for so long. It got better when Charles came along. Hey, Melissa. I'm sure he added value to it. And I didn't know they did a skit where played a thing where Charles was like the cheating boyfriend or something like that. And she said people hated Charles. And now they flipped it, like where they hate her and they like and now they say like his attitude. And she said, y'all have to understand, a lot of times we are like performing as skits. She said, now I definitely cursed them out. Some was intentional, and some of it was kind of like, it was kind of like a skit, but it wasn't. And the other ones was just me like responding. She was like, but what am I supposed to do? Like, when y'all disrespect me left and right. And I'm like, That's true. How you doing, Melissa? Did you see the first episode with the aunties? And it was so ugly and weird. I seen a short clip of it, but I don't know how to watch it. How do you watch the aunties? Because I want to see the joint with Miss Netta on there. Because somebody asked, like, who do the bending over or something. And I was like, this is just too much for me. I think that's just his. I think that's just where they're from. I think it's just where they're from, because if you listen to him engage with other people, to me he don't seem, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I don't know. I mean, he seems very capable to me. He done took apart a car and put it together. And I'm saying, I know you have high functioning people, but I don't know if he gives me that. I think it's probably just where they're from. People also need to understand Miss Netta is in a really small town in Alabama. And if you listen to them, there is no reason to call them slow. That's what I'm saying. I think it has to do with where they're from. And because some people are not accustomed to certain things, they look at it like, what's wrong with them? No, it's just where they're from. If you visit their town, you probably would see a lot more of what Charles presents as on the camera. And he be so nonchalant on them freaking lives. And when him and Miss Netta be arguing, did y'all see the one when they was in the pool and they was arguing? He be telling Miss Netta, I need you to shut up and listen to what I'm saying and try to understand. I said, oh, when Charles get ready to buck up, I can see him like, he be letting Miss Netta talk and just do her thing. But when Charles ready to say, all right, you did too much, he know how to shut it down. I understand, Melissa. He said he has a fourth grade education. He said he had a fourth grade. Dang. I'm from Alabama and got the same accent. Really? For real? Wow. He's now somebody asked Charles, was he slow on that interview? And Charles said, yeah, I'm slow. Now I don't know if he was being smart when he said that or if he was being serious. Did y'all catch that part? Somebody asked him, and I don't know if he was being smart when he said it, like, yeah, I'm slow, like, sarcastic, or if he was being serious. Because I can't never tell sometimes, like what he giving. I can't always tell what he giving. He said when he is going out in their town, he is a man and acts accordingly, and nobody bothers him. I know that because did you hear Charles tell 2K pretty much he'll put him down? He told 2K he'll put paws on him. And 2K, "Nah, you ain't finna do that to me." Charles said he'll put paws on that man. I said, oop, not Charles getting, not Charles puffing that chest out. But he wasn't feeling 2K. He ain't like that. He didn't like that he was spreading lies about him having herpes or whatever. And I was trying to figure out where that even came from. And when I caught it, he said something about something on his lip in the pool. But Charles was like, it was a burn. I burnt my lip. How you get a burn out of a bump? I don't know. I didn't go catch it. He is sick of hate. He did say it. Yeah. And he said before it used to bother him a lot. He said, but now it's just like whatever. But did y'all catch that? I went and watched the interview that they did with the Shade Room. I like that interview. I did a blind reaction to it. It's on my YouTube. If y'all haven't seen it, go watch it. It's like 20 minutes long. They talk about like how they met and they clear up a lot of like stuff that's going around about how they met and things like that. And I thought it was really cute. And on that interview, Charles was a little bit different. He was more talkative. He was more outspoken. And he was looking at Miss Nutter like giving her eye contact when he was talking about certain things. And I was like, ooh, look at that. That was the first time I feel like I saw like a genuine connection, like love, like care between them, like emotion. Um I said, oh, he loved him Miss Nutter. If y'all, I'm telling y'all, pay attention to pay attention. If y'all haven't seen that interview, I'm telling y'all, go watch it because I feel like it gives people a different perspective, a different outlook, not only on Charles but their relationship dynamic. Because I said I said it's the eye contact. He had Miss Nutter cheesing super hard on that interview, super hard on that interview. The lady on the call and with 2K asked Miss Nutter how far did she get in school. I did not see that whole interview. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I only saw I had watched from Charles's page. Um and I came in kinda late to the interview. I didn't stay for the whole thing because it was kinda long. So I didn't see all of it. I just seen parts of it. I kind of went back to Charles Live and got the parts I wanted to get and kind of so I didn't see all of it. So y'all giving me some info for some stuff I missed. And Netta said it was from a blunt, right? They the male version of your best friend and with who's my best friend? Vanessa, you know who my best friend is? Vanessa, you know me? What's your real name? She said my best friend and wit. Huh? Charles works in a factory. They have no air and it looks like a burn, not ringworm or herpes. Is he still working? I thought that he got fired or something. Cause don't Charles do foreman not foreman work. Dang, I just had it. But whatever he do is dangerous and they get paid a lot of money from what my understanding is. Charles Will Buck, he a country boy, baby. Ebony, what you peeking at? Miss Nutter was lit. She was drinking and got loosened up. At first they were defensive. Yeah, towards the end, some stuff that I heard, Charles was for the whole part I watched when I went back to go watch the live, from his page. Charles was not feeling 2K at all. He did laugh at some stuff, but he wasn't feeling 2K at all. Go back and start again. I didn't get a Hannah Banana. Hey, boo thing. I don't know how you didn't get a notification. I sent out a text alert. Are you signed up for it? I was in shock. The aunties was asking them that, so I turned it off. Oops. Oh my gosh. She's talking about. I know who she's talking about. I'm being smart. I know who she's talking about. I'm being smart. Oh, he get paid like $40 an hour with bonus. Yeah, I forget what do he do? It's not a sheet metal worker because those are the people that work on the trains. What is it that he do? He do something with I don't know, but whatever he do, I know it is like hard labor work. But I thought he said he wasn't working no more, that he got fired or something. I know he wasn't working and then he went back. I remember him going back to work and posting a picture, but I feel like he ain't been back to work no more. Is he working or he not working? Because it seemed like he not working. He seemed like he not working. But if y'all haven't caught that interview, go check. Who else I wanted to cover? I think that's it. I'm gonna get off because I think I'm tired. Welding. I think yes, welding. I think he does welding. I think you are right. I think that's what it is, welding that he does. And that just sounds dangerous to sound like you gotta be real strong and burly to do it. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all didn't watch that reaction video, go watch it. Go watch that interview, man, because I thought it was so good, man, to see them in that light. That was one of the best interviews I've seen them do because it wasn't messy. It was very insightful. He wanted to know about them. He wanted to get to know them. He wanted to highlight and spotlight who they were, where they come from, and where they're trying to go. So I appreciated that interview. I did. He will just go back or get a new job because Charles likes to work. Yeah. Miss Nutter said that I remember one like Charles liked to work. He liked to work, that's something he liked to do. And if that's what he want to do, then he could go back to work. So yeah. But yeah, Miss Nutter and them got a lot going on. I was gonna get into another episode, but something else, but I think I'm tired. I'll try to come back on to today technically to do another recap, line some stuff up to cover some more stuff and get into that and see what we could do. It was definitely real, absolutely. They even get a per diem of 120 a day if they work out of time plus their hourly. Oh my gosh. I might have to go learn how to do that kind of work. Cause what? I ain't finna do it. I ain't finna do it. I ain't finna do it. Well, maybe I will, cause I like to prove people wrong. Like I like to do stuff. That's why I went and drove a truck, honestly, because people feel like women couldn't do it, and so no, I could do it. So I'm going to do it because you're not gonna tell me I can't do it. And I used to outdrive them men. It was times when I'm like, "You want me to help you park that truck? Cause you look like you're having a hard time backing that thing up." Okay. I can show you how to bank, 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 bank. You know what I'm saying? Whew. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up on out of here. I enjoyed y'all tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in and vibing with me. We had one or two trollianas coming here, but they ain't do too much. We normally don't get no trolls. I was very surprised to see them two people pop in here because we normally don't get that. Like it's normally a really good vibe over here, but they ain't really do too much. And they're more than welcome to come slide. I know they be here, but they normally just listen or whatever. But I enjoyed y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed me. Thank y'all so much for subscribing to the channel and supporting me the way that y'all do. We are on our way to 5K, baby. I feel like we're going to be there in no time because we got the 4K in no time. And y'all know that will be my next gift away. Again, I'm currently raising money for an air conditioner for a roomie with children to help them beat the heat. If you're able to give, I appreciate you. And I think somebody sent me a cash. I think a person or two sent the cash out while I was on here, but it doesn't drop down. So whoever you are, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. I will pass out in the heat and no air. I got epilepsy. Oh my! Now I don't like working in the heat. Now that'll be something different. So we're gonna get up on out of here. I love you guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. And y'all know how we gonna leave out this thing. We gotta play the song.
Dice. The tea is coming soon. We got the tea. If you're at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Summer's room. The tea is coming soon. We got the tea. If you're at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Summer's room.
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Good night. Mwah.